is a special shout out to executive producer Emma C. Thank you so much for sponsoring this month's content, and we hope you enjoy the reaction. Thank you.
Hey yo, welcome back to another EP sponsor reaction. This one right here is for Hannibal, Season 1, Episode number 2. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Continue doing what you do. Just let your friends know. Stop by. Thank you.
Shout out to executive producer Emma C for sponsoring this reaction. We really appreciate it. A couple comments from the last episode. Callista says, yes, I'm super excited. Millie Way says, oh my gosh, so pumped. And then executive producer Emma says, I love how excited you guys are about the show. I'm so glad I sponsored it and you share my enthusiasm about it. So, it's not a prequel of the Hannibal movies. However, the plot elements are based on the books Red Dragon, Hannibal, and Hannibal Rising. Yep, Hannibal lives for messing with the FBI. Oddly enough, he did help Will see the killer's face. Lawrence Fishburne is amazing throughout the show. His action scenes are pretty cool. I really think you'll enjoy the complicated relationship that develops between Hannibal and Will. The tension just keeps rising, but I won't spoil when and what happens once Will finds out. I'm really looking forward to more reactions to Hannibal. Thanks. Well, thank you for sponsoring it.
Appreciate it.
Let's jump to the next episode right now. All kinds of close.
Person.
Abigail Hobbs is a suspect.
We've been conducting house-to-house interviews at the Hobbs residence and this property also. Hobbs spent a lot of time here. Spent a lot of time with his daughter here. She would make the ideal bait, wouldn't she?
Hobbs killed him, huh?
Doesn't this kind of remind you of Prodigal Son a little bit?
Someone else was here.
I guess that's gonna be her here. She got there before the police did, took a picture, I guess.
Or she was working with them. Is that what they're trying to say?
That would be stupid, though. I guess this goes quick.
Please stop that. This is how I caught Garrett Jacob Hobbs. It's his resignation letter. Does anybody see the clue? There isn't one. He wrote a letter, left a phone number, no address, that's it. Bad bookkeeping and dumb luck. Garrett Jacob Hobbs is dead. The question now is how to stop those his story is going to inspire. He's already got one admirer. A copycat. Hi.
How are you, Will?
I have no idea.
I didn't want you to be ambushed.
Well, this is an ambush.
Ambush is later. Immediately later. Soon to now. When Jack arrives, consider yourself ambushed.
Where's Jack?
How was class?
They applauded it was inappropriate.
Well, the review board would beg to differ. You're up for a commendation. And they've okayed active return to the field.
Question is, do you want to go back to the field?
I want him back in the field. And I've told the board I'm recommending a psych eval.
Are we starting now?
The session wouldn't be with me.
Hannibal Lecter's a better fit. Your relationship's not personal. But if you are more comfortable with Dr. Bloom...
No, I'm not going to be comfortable with anybody inside my head.
You've never killed anyone before, Will. It's a deadly force encounter. It's a lot to digest.
Work homicide.
The reason you currently used to work homicide is because you didn't have the stomach for pulling the trigger. You just pulled the trigger 10 times.
Wait, so psych eval isn't a formality?
No, it's so I can get some sleep at night. I asked you to get close to the Hobbs thing. I need to know you didn't get too close. How many nights did you spend in Abigail Hobbs' hospital room, Will?
Therapy doesn't work on me.
Therapy doesn't work on you because you won't let it.
Because I know all the tricks.
Well, perhaps you need to unlearn some tricks.
Why not have a conversation with Hannibal? He was there. He knows what you went through.
And he's very good at what he does.
Come on,
Which is
Will.
manipulating people.
I need my beauty sleep.
This is so fucked.
What's that?
Your psychological evaluation. You're totally functional and more or less sane. Well done.
Did you just rubber stamp me?
Yes. Jack Crawford may lay his weary head to rest knowing he didn't break you, and our conversation can proceed unobstructed by paperwork.
Jack thinks I need therapy.
What you need is a way out of dark places when Jack sends you there.
Last time he sent me into a dark place, I brought something back.
A surrogate daughter? You saved Abigail Hobbs' life, you also orphaned her. It comes with certain emotional obligations regardless of empathy disorders.
You were there, you saved her life too. Do you feel obligated?
Yes. I feel a staggering amount of obligation. I feel responsibility. I fantasized about scenarios where my actions may have allowed a different fate for Abigail Hobbs.
Jack thinks Abigail Hobbs helped her dad kill those girls.
How does that make you feel?
How's it making you feel?
I find it vulgar
Me too.
and entirely possible.
It's not what happened.
Jack will ask him when she wakes up. Oh, he'll have one of us ask him.
Is this therapy or a support group?
It's whatever you need it to be. And well, the mirrors in your mind can reflect the best of yourself, not the worst of someone else.
What is that?
I bet it's marijuana.
Mushrooms? Like they got tubes to water or something.
No, it's a marijuana plant.
It's not marijuana.
Like two.
No, there's like multiple.
Oh shit.
Did you find any shiitakes?
No.
Welcome back. Thank you.
I was recording our conversation.
Our conversation, yours and mine.
Yes.
No other conversation.
No.
You were very persistent about your appointment time. How did you know when Will Graham would be here?
I may have also recorded your session with Will Graham.
You didn't answer the question. How did you know?
Have you
Not by me. You've already told me about your mother washed up there.
All right. All right.
Yeah, the setup is very much like Prodigal Son, the same like tormented, brilliant guy, you know?
What were they, sir? A highly concentrated mixture of hardwoods, shredded newspaper, and pig poop. Perfect for growing mushrooms and other fungi.
Not the mushrooms, though. They all died of kidney failure.
Dextrose and all the catheters. We probably used some kind of dialysis or peristaltic to pump fluids after the circulatory systems broke down.
Force feeding them sugar water?
You know those sugar water? Mushrooms. They crave it. Recovering alcoholics, they crave sugar. Don't take that personally, buddy. Oh, I'm not recovering. Feed sugar to the fungus in your body, the fungus creates alcohol. So it's like friends helping friends, really.
It's not just alcoholics who have compromised endocrine systems. They all died of kidney failure?
His car!
Give me your baton.
She's alive! EMTs now!
That shit's crazy.
Man, we could do it right in the
We're in the Shrike's nest. You know how I know? Because you left one of these hairs behind. You contaminated the crime scene. Just like everywhere you go, you contaminate crime scenes. That's obstructing justice. I can indict you for obstructing justice.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
You don't write another word about Will Graham. I won't
So
have to.
annoying.
You used me.
That's why he was looking like that.
That's
Like,
how you.
God
That's
damn
how
it.
you play the game, baby. You gotta get the low hanging people. Okay. You ain't always gotta get the person at the top. Just go for the person who.
Actually, I was just enjoying listening to you read.
Abigail Hobbs is a success for you.
Doesn't look like success.
Don't feel sorry for yourself because you saved this girl's life.
I don't feel sorry for myself at all. I feel, good.
You don't seem like you feel good.
This was episode 2 of Hannibal, and another great crazy psycho episode right there. I love how it pushes the boundaries a little bit for network TV, where that killer, the guy came up, just straight shot, boom. Right, that was a surprise. I hope we get a lot more like surprises that happen on there, so it doesn't get so formulaic. I do also like that the crime that's happening. It's like we pretty much solving it within the episode, right? It's not an ongoing thing. I'm sure they're gonna have some, but I like how we can really find these crazy old people like quickly on there, and the back and forth with Hannibal and his manipulation of everybody, that's gonna keep getting intriguing until Hannibal like really starts to like, you know, activate and do stuff too. But right now that is good. The only thing I don't like so far is that Grant's memories, right? Well, he got a problem. Obviously, he need to talk to somebody to work these things out. And I tend to see this a lot in shows like this where you got a troubled individual from the past or something like that, and it's just gonna keep playing over and over with these thoughts and memories and dreams and his nightmares, and he waking up, and I gotta go through all that to finally get it later on. And I've seen it so many times, you know, and it's just like, can he just get over it? Because I really like what he does anyway, and I just want him to do that. But I get it, right? He is a human, and
he's tormented.
He's tormented for sure, and so we have to go through that with him. I don't want to, but I get it. I just hope we can resolve that part as much as we can quickly, so then I can just really focus on them doing what they're doing. Again, Lawrence Fishburne doing what he's doing. I like the whole team. I like the way things are going down right now. And this guy, the pharmacist, is just, man, it's some crazy people out here in these worlds, man. I mean, it's just, damn. You would never even think of it. Just plant people to be mushrooms, that is unique and sick all in the same. But another good episode. Thanks for picking it again. I hope we get to see another one.
Shout out again to executive producer MSC for sponsoring this reaction. Really appreciate it. And again, I will advocate for it should be voted in rotation because I'd be down to see it more consistently. I disagree as far as like the torment and the hallucinating and the bad dreams. It wouldn't make sense for the show not to have that in order for Will and Hannibal to have the relationship dynamic they have, because he needs to be tormented for Hannibal to manipulate him.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going to be an ongoing theme. So I think that's going to be something that is required in order to create the dynamic that we want as far as the struggle Will has and how Hannibal's able to manipulate him.
Yeah, I get that part. I think I'm just saying that I want to see it so often.
Okay, like the hallucination.
Yeah, like it's like quarters of the show.
Yeah,
you know?
It was a lot this episode for sure, but it is also in response to his first kill.
Right,
so this makes sense.
It's in the beginning.
Yeah.
So.
One of you guys commented, I can't remember who, about how some of the episodes are super dark. Like, this is definitely that. It's definitely a much darker show than I anticipated going into it.
Killers.
Like, this guy, that creeped me the hell out. It was very scary. It's very...
It can happen.
Difficult to watch. It's like you don't want to put yourself in the mindset of like, oh my god, what if that happened to me? It's very scary. Like, he was a very scary, realized person, and he's so convinced. And like the fact that people like that exist is terrifying. Like, it's so scary. So I thought that was really cool, and it was very reminiscent of The Last of Us. So I just thought, having seen that show and then this pop up in this, I thought that was pretty cool. Not cool. Creepy, I guess would be a better word. But again, really like the dynamics between Will and Hannibal. It's like, I like too, as far as I don't know if this is going to continue to happen, but the fact that we get to see who the killer is before the Will finds him, I like that dynamic too. Like, we got to see him interact and like, oh shit, there he is. And to your point, I like that it's resolved so quickly in one episode. So I think that's going to allow for so many crazy storylines as far as from the formulaicness as far as them solving cases, while the overarching theme of Hannibal and his role in the show will be continued to develop too. So really enjoyed this one yet again. Creeped me out completely. Hope we get to see another one soon.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another EP sponsor reaction for Hannibal Season 1 Episode 2. And until next time.